Hello, everyone. My name is Ian Zanny,
All right, I'm Donnie Lowry.
and we are going to do an improv show for you guys. I'll go ahead and upload this on Sunday. It'll compete with Nick's vlog. He won't be happy about that, but I don't care. But
I don't either.
we're going to try and make this a weekly episode. It'll usually air on Mondays, but we're going to get this one out a little early just to kind of test the waters with it, see how it goes. Every week, me and Donnie are going to be playing improv games on camera. We're going to do different things, like at the end of this episode, I'll ask you guys for suggestions for a certain topic, and you can leave it in a comment. This week, we'll be playing the phrase game.
I love the phrase game.
Donnie, do you want to explain what the phrase game is?
Yeah, basically, it was the first improv game that we learned. It was we these random phrases we write down on slips, and we put them in a bowl and mix the bowl up. And at random times throughout the act that we put on for you guys, we have to pull a phrase out and incorporate it into our act. Like out of nowhere. It can be a completely random phrase that's out of context.
And we have to try and make it fit. We can't just say it and dismiss it like, oh yeah, and that's what my grandma said. We have to try and make it fit into the conversation. So we would like to thank the only person who gave us a usable suggestion, Matt Wilson. Yours is in the bucket. The rest of them are from me and Donnie. I have no idea what Donnie wrote. He has no idea what I wrote. We're going to do two scenarios.
I'd say two people are waiting to be interviewed.
Okay. All right. So we're going to be in the waiting room. We're both about to interview for the same job. So go ahead and draw two slips of paper starting out. All right. Donnie, you want to take it away?
Right. Oh man, you nervous?
Yeah, I'm pretty nervous. This is gonna be my first big job. My dad offered to get me a job, and I refused. I wanted to try on my own. So
I have to admit though, it's my third job interview today.
wow,
Still feeling pretty nervous though.
economy's pretty rough, huh?
That's the first one I showed up for though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I really have bad confidence skills, and I'm really unreliable. I think it's one of my strong suits.
Oh yeah.
It's on my resume. It's right under my my hobbies that include I threw a boomerang and it never came back. The story of my life.
Throw boomerangs not very well.
Sort of.
Do you have fun with that?
I'm really uncoordinated with boomerangs in all forms of Australian entertainment. I think it's entertainment. I don't know.
I can play the didgeridoo.
Really?
Yeah, it's not very well, but I can. Actually, were you in any clubs in high school? I was in one club. I got kicked out though, because I bet somebody that Charles Manson is ticklish, either ticklish or dyslexic.
I read that on Wikipedia.
Yeah, I actually put that on Wikipedia. That's why I got kicked out for falsifying information.
Well, it's not really false if it's on the internet. I mean,
That's true. Yeah.
that's how I got my my last job.
What was your last job?
I was a butcher.
Oh, really?
Don't ask me why. Yeah, I just looked up online, copy and pasted it to my resume, and the next thing I knew, the guy was looking at me and he said, "Hobby, you get a hobby."
Oh, wait, what butcher shop were you applying for?
NBC.
I don't think they have butchers at NBC.
I know. I was surprised when I walked in and they told me.
I applied to be a page there once.
Mm-hmm.
The guy in my interview said it's like speaking Spanish in Russia.
Yeah, it's really easy.
Yeah, I had no idea what he meant. I actually worked there for a week, and you know what? It was incredibly difficult. It didn't really do me any favors. Although interestingly enough, and actually unrelated, I did learn to speak Spanish while I worked at NBC.
Really?
Yeah. Janitor taught me.
Janitor, what was his name?
Johann Heimler. He was German, but he knew terrific Spanish.
That's interesting.
It was
It's really interesting.
Interesting experience.
You learn like interesting stuff from like the most like unexpected people. You really do. I mean, when I was in high school, I had this old teacher. He would always like, he was more like a father figure. He would talk to us like, type of guy that he would never turn you away. He'd always give you advice. Remember one time he looked at me. I was going through like really rough times in my life. It was like just really bad stuff, and he looked at me one day and he said, "I kidnapped a dog that looked like my grandpa." And that just stuck with me throughout, and it helped me get through college.
How did it help you get through college? Knowing
Because I never wanted to go back to high school.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. I actually had a pretty good high school experience. And a middle school experience. Because, actually, for my 8th birthday party, my mom booked Burt Reynolds to appear, and we were all scared and confused by his mustache.
I still am. Like I'll sit there and watch
I have a cough.
every movie I see of him. I just get confused by that thing. I don't know if it's. Sometimes it feels like it moves throughout the movie, like it lowers or.
Sometimes I wonder if it's actually growing out of his nose.
I've wondered that too, or out of basically his lip tissue instead of above his lip.
I do enjoy his movies.
I do too.
Kinda.
When I was a butcher at NBC, I learned the hard way that, to me, celery is like the perfect blunt object for assault.
How'd you learn that?
You really want to know?
I
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I don't want to become a witness in something. Are you hungry? Because you can grab a Snickers or something else that is equally edible out of the vending machine.
That sounds kind of rude to the Snickers
Oh.
Corporation.
I'm actually up for the interview. So.
Okay, good luck.
All right, thank you. I didn't actually leave. That's the end of the sketch.
It's improv.
Yeah!